Morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday from Yokohama, Japan. And like I said, the first week of December has been a blur, and I've missed coming on live and just catching up with everybody. I don't have a whole lot of time today, but I kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. So thank you for stopping by. If you are new here, my name is Kim, and I'm an elementary school teacher here in Yokohama, Japan. I was an elementary school teacher back in Los Angeles, where I grew up, and thinking of all my friends and fellow teachers all over the world that are probably experiencing the exact same thing as I am. Getting close to the holidays, so much to do. Students are not focused as they should be on their studies, and you can't blame them because they're getting excited for Christmas, especially when you teach the little ones. Hey, good morning, Lee. Good to see you. When you teach the little ones, right, all that's on their mind is Christmas, holidays, Santa, presents, and all that. And you can't blame them, but it's really, really hard to combine that with teaching. And yeah, my fifth graders were doing these skits, and it's just been so intense and busy. First graders, trying to get them learning that an iPad can be a tool and not just a toy. Paul, great to see you. How are things going where you are? Raymond, hello. My goodness. So great to see all of you, and thank you for bringing your energy. I apologize that I've been sort of missing in action for at least a week. It's just been, since December began, one thing after another, but all good stuff. So first day of December, my mom got okayed for a visa. I talked about that in an earlier chat. And then on the 3rd, on that Friday, I went to go visit an affiliate school that is affiliated with my school and the same university that all of our schools belong to. And it was great. I love going to see other schools and see what happens. Oh, wow. Nice. Nice. Library, there's a couple of teachers that I follow on different platforms that are also, they got their librarian credential or certificate, and they've made the move. And I never thought about it, but it's at least here in Japan, our librarian, she does everything. She also teaches, she does classes, she keeps the library organized. It's a huge job, but I think what a interesting job. You're surrounded by books, you're introducing children to books, and you've got that big old space to take care of. So that's pretty cool. Um, for those of you that are teachers, I just know we've been hit with so many different challenges, yeah. And I think a lot of teachers are rethinking what to do, where to go, and I just see a lot of teachers in this planning phase. It's exciting, but it's also kind of scary too, making a jump from one place to a new position or a new school. But good luck to you if those of you that are thinking about that. I know for when I went to go visit the school that's the affiliate school, it's just so many things we've had to change. You have to almost change your teaching style to bring in technology or to deal with situations should we have to go online again, and who knows what this new variant of the virus is going to bring. It's also kind of challenging here in Japan because there's still a big question mark as to how the best way to proceed to get from A to B as far as English fluency goes. Some people are really gung-ho about going this route. Some people are really gung-ho about going the traditional textbook grammar / testing route. Some people want to go the PBL, project-based learning route, and it's a lot of decision making, which I, in fact, am sort of in the middle of and a part of changing and getting our curriculum at my school that I work at in a way that will be successful for the kids, but also more teacher friendly, because you guys, it's challenging, and there's a lot of teachers that don't have the same level of tech skills or the same level of educational background, and trying to balance it all within a team of however many number of teachers you have is challenging. So yeah, so part of my reason for going to visit the school is not only just to see a little bit more in depth how the family of schools that are under the university run, but also see what other English teachers are doing. And it was great. I felt like such a VIP. And their school lunch is catered by the New Otani Hotel. So their school lunch was so tasty. I'm not complaining about our school lunch, but there still is a little room to be maybe make some changes that are healthier and maybe more substantial for not only growing children, but also for teachers whose appetites and taste buds may be a little bit different than what they are offering at our school. Did I say that cryptically enough? In a nice way? Um, mm, actually, yes and no. Some parents really want more testing, in other schools. The school that I work at now, Paul, is really different because they aren't really preparing kids for entrance exams. The kids at my school, if they get admitted. Submitted is like what we do with papers, right? If they get admitted, if they are lucky enough to be one of the 106 children, 108 children that are chosen out of applicants of almost 1,600 kids, they have a golden ticket to the university. And so they don't have to worry about junior high testing, a secondary school testing. They just go right up to the university, which has its good and bad points. So testing actually doesn't really mean that much. And being from, where we used to work, testing was everything, right? You had to make sure that you scored well on certain tests like math and science tests so that you rank well within the national scores. But I don't think my school is on that national ranking system. And if you remember the school that you and I both worked at, there was a big push for mathematics to get students to a level of mathematics which was high. Sorry, that sun is getting pretty bright. And the school that I work at now, I'm really curious whether or not the students are actually at the same level as other schools. But I guess maybe at my school, those kind of things don't really matter. They, I think because the founder of our school was all about learning by experience and by playing, I emphasize playing and discovering things as you're growing up, testing is not as strict as it is maybe at other schools. And I think parents expect that. And that's why I find report card systems so intriguing. Yeah, fascinating. It is. I mean, that's the good, there's good points and bad points because you don't really know whether or not the children are, uh, what do you call it? Achieving at the level that they should be, but at the same time, the projects and things that they do at the schools is just something that I really support. The school that I went to visit, they are just starting to build like this nature area, whereas my school has this, it's like having a forest at your school. We've got like so much greenery. They've got like a forest for science and studies where they can go and actually be outside, be outdoors, do experiments, see live insects and living creatures, and learn the value of taking care of them. Whereas a school that might be in the city, they don't have access to that natural surroundings. We even have a zip line at our school, which I've never ridden on. I wonder if they would get mad if I tried it. I would probably break it. But yes, and there's a lot of things that we do at our school that maybe you can't so much do at other schools. That being said, one of the areas I think my school is yeah, um, lacking in is we don't have a strong IT program, and yet there is such a big push to integrate technology into the curriculum, and it's really hard. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Eric, I did make a short. I haven't posted it yet, but when we studied E, I did say E for Eric, so I have to show you that. I'll have to fit that in a video. Um, but yeah, so uh, anyway, it's kind of challenging, but at the same time, this is what I enjoy doing. So yeah, so that was Friday. The weekend was a blur. What did I do? I don't really know. I tried to go out for a little bit to get some refresh time, but I had to write a few reports. Sylvia, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Vart Tech, is that a program, or is that something I can research? You're very welcome, Eric. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Yeah, so technology, right? Trying to integrate that. We're still learning how to do that. Um, I had to go to a meeting yesterday. So that's why it's just been like one report after another. I still have to write the report for the visit school I went to. I had to grade 108 homework assignments yesterday. It wasn't too bad. It was pretty easy. In Google Classroom, I just have to send out a message that I use. I use a what do you call it? A voice system called Mote, M-O-T-E, which is a great app if you are wanting to give a voice message to your students or to put it in the Google Classroom. Booster vaccine is just rolling out here in Japan, but it's only available at this time to the workers, healthcare, medical system people that got their second shot back in, was it March or May? So not available for us yet. I don't know, probably maybe next year we'll be able to get it, but it's still a mystery as to how they're going to run that system. But yeah, so I had to write those reports, had to grade those tests yesterday, and I had to attend an online meeting for all the foreign language teachers affiliated with the university that my school belongs to. That meeting was pretty short and relatively harmless. Is that the right word? Not very. I mean, it was just blurting out information which was already in documents, and couldn't we have just read the documents instead of people reading over the documents? You guys ever had that where you're at a meeting and right, instead of people sharing something or speaking, they're just reading the document they submitted? Now, in my case, I can't read it. I do have to get everything translated, so I could do that on my own time. But that's basically what the meeting was. And then afterwards, there was another meeting after that, which I had to attend to. And it's really hard because the meeting is all in Japanese, and I'm not so confident in speaking in Japanese or even understanding, fluently what is going on. Very challenging, very challenging. um, but it is my turn in the rotation to represent my school at these meetings, so what can you do? And they made it at 6 o'clock, so like I had to really rush home, take care of Sinbad, make sure he walked, then wolf down dinner. But the good thing about Zoom meetings is when your video is off, right, what you do nobody knows. But of course, if you get called on, you've got to be there and present, because there are people that get called on and who knows what they're doing, if they're even present at the meeting. Who is guilty of that? I'm really good. I do stay by, there, because you never know when somebody's going to call on you. And luckily, all I had to say, this is this is what I said. Sono tori desu. Sono tori desu. In Japanese. That's all I said. And I don't even know if I said it right or if I did it right in context, but it was like when they were asking everybody to explain what they did at their school, and everybody had a document. And so basically what I said is just as I had written, or something like that. So it wasn't too bad. And then when it came to my turn to share at the other meeting, they're all English teachers. they're all English teachers. There was one other foreign teacher of English, like myself, but the rest were all English Japanese teachers. So I said, may I speak in English? And so they said, of course. So, it's an English teachers meeting talking about English curriculum. The big topic was how to improve speaking in English, and yet the meeting is all in Japanese. So I brought the little bit of English there, and basically we talked about that, and we talked about foreign exchange trips because, as you guys know, under the current conditions, we are not able to travel internationally with our students yet. There is a possibility, or we have some exchange trips in the making, meaning that reservations and time periods and plane tickets, all that have been booked and the reservations are made. So if we get the thumbs up, it's a go. If we have to cancel, we cancel before a certain date so that no penalty fees are done. But here's the thing. Our trip goes to Brisbane, and the kids that are 12 and over will have to be vaccinated. So any child that hasn't been vaccinated will not be able to go. But children under 11, hey, Graham, how's it going? Thanks for your kind words the other day. Just catching up on things. So yeah, the kids that are 11 and under don't have to be vaccinated, but the children that turn 12 during the period we're in Australia would need to be vaccinated to get back on the return flight. So you figure that out. What do those kids do? So we're, usually there's that lottery system, but we may have to put our foot down and say, hey, look, guys, we can't do a lottery this year. Yes, they do. Or they're a little bit nervous about it, just the same way that I get nervous about my Japanese, right? I mean, it's anytime you're communicating in a foreign language, you're really a little bit nervous, especially about saying something that is incorrect or rude. And that's my biggest fear, is saying something that comes off rude, or maybe I didn't say it right, or maybe it gets translated in a totally different way. Who knows? But yeah, so right now the problem, or the brick wall in a lot of this is Japan made or they're not letting foreigners in, or whether they're travel business related, or with this Omicron. I keep saying it wrong. I keep saying Omicron, but in Japanese they say something like Omicron, Omicron. However you say it, the variant of the virus, they're trying to limit it, or they're trying to restrict it, but I'm not quite sure exactly what the stipulations are and what exactly it will accomplish. But anyways, should I leave the country, I may not be able to get back into Japan. Hey, Mary, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So I may not be able to get back into Japan. My Australian teacher might not either at this time, but even when we do, if everything gets lifted, Australia right now is allowing people with certain passports or whatever to go in. I'll spare you all the details because I'm not really quite sure, but there's a lot of things that I still can't do yet with my U.S. passport. Even though I am a permanent resident of Japan, my passport and my citizenship, my nationality is still American. So there's a lot of little tiny fine print stuff that we're not quite sure. So even though our students in our group might be, the chaperones that we have scheduled for the trips might not be able to go. Anyways, I looked at my time. I guess I better hurry up and get to school. I don't know, what do I have today? I have 3 periods of second grade, and we are testing today. I kind of like testing because it's a pretty easy time. Oh, great. My earring is in my mask. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by and keeping me company. Okay. Yeah, we've got a lot of testing stuff, too. I'm not quite sure. Like, I know you have to pass this test, and which way does this mask go? Yeah, it is. this mess. Found this one. Oh man, what just dropped? Oh, my Santa. My Santa just dropped. Uh-oh. Thanks, you too. Oh, great. Okay, you know what? My Santa just dropped, and I don't know where my earring backing is. So you know what I do? I have a hack for this. Thanks, Mary. I use the back of an eraser. I just take off a little part of the eraser and then put it on. Oh, wait. Oh, I found it. Da-da. This little backing. All right, Santa, we got to go back on the ear. Thanks. So tomorrow is my day off, and I do have, hopefully, plans to do something to get a little bit more festive. Hey, Mad Skills Gamers, how you doing? I'm on my way to school, but, man, I'm dying to play games. It is great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just starting this live on YouTube. There's still so many things I'm learning how to do, figuring out how to do. Story of my life. You know, if you guys think that after you turn 60, you have it all together, 60s, being in your 60s is like being in your 20s all over again. Thanks. Sinbad is doing well. He's fluffy as ever. I'm trying to give him a haircut. Myrna, okay, Myrna, I didn't know, for some reason, I thought you were this other person that's a gamer on YouTube. Hey, Chris, thanks. Yeah, just for a moment before I go into school. I know, no, seriously, you guys, the 60s are, you know, you think it's relaxation, retirement time. No, it's making decisions and life decisions and trying to get your life all in order. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I really am trying to do Vlogmas. Gwen, thank you. Cheers to you in Orange County. I really am trying to do Vlogmas and get some more videos out with more interesting, I hope, content instead of me just blabbing away. Anyways, thank you. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Let's get this day started. I will see you all soon. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye. See you. I sound like the kids when they say see you.